Technology is capable of enhancing the learning of all learners. Whether it is a tool that levels the playing field for the student with learning disabilities, closing the educational distance gap for the learner who lives in remote locations, or to the simple fact that our entire species has always used technology to advance their futures.
Recent gains in technology have opened up a lot more opportunities for increased motivation and achievement in the classroom. In order to offer true differentiated instruction, it is important that any teacher is integrating technological aids in the classroom to motivate and support student learning and achievement. I have found that one of the biggest difficulties facing students with a disability is the ability to decode and comprehend grade level content. In the past, only students with an IIP would be able to have access to specialized software that would provide greater opportunity to read and comprehend scanned or web-based digital texts. Fast forward to 2015, and now all students, regardless of a disability designation, have equal access to this technology. Text Help's Read and Write, freely available through the Chrome web browser, provides students a variety of assists when reading and answering questions, including listening aloud to scanned and digital text, multidimensional audio and visual supportive vocabulary, speech to text, and the ability to simplify and auto-summarize texts. Cross-platform support from Google Classroom and Google Drive, as well as added benefit of it being much more streamlined and intuitive for students to understand, makes it a no-brainer in any classroom, for any student, regardless of ability. Since using this software in my classroom this fall, I've found that all students in my classroom have shown increased motivation to learn and their ability to comprehend written texts. This supports the meta-analysis done by Lan, Ho, and Su, where they found that the use of easily accessible metacognitive tools, narrated animations, glossary terms, and motivational content improved comprehension, perceived difficulty, effect, and motivation when reading digital texts. It should be noted that while many of these tools seem intuitive, it is still important to provide all students with the direct instruction into how to use any technological tool so as to maximize the learning potential.
Educational technology supports learners in becoming collaborators, critical thinkers, and creators. These are essential 21st century skills for today's youth to develop as they prepare for future careers that don't yet exist today. Tools such as Google Docs, class blogs, and class Twitter accounts allow students to collaborate with their teachers, peers, and on a global scale with other learners and experts. A study done by the Kaiser Family Foundation found that in 2010, 8 to 18-year-olds devoted an average of 7 hours and 38 minutes to entertainment media throughout an average day. The reality is that students are engaged with technology, social media in particular, and it is naive to think that these tools do not have the ability to enhance learning within the classroom. The learning within this classroom is enhanced by sharing student-built structures via Twitter and issuing a challenge to other learners. Learning is enhanced when these students learn to provide feedback to others' writing through a blogging partnership. EdTech also enhances learning by providing students with a dynamic and authentic audience. One study on blogging at the elementary level by Davis and McGrail found that students take ownership of their writing process and become mindful writers when they are connected to an audience. Our classmate Ainsley Hunt addresses another benefit of using educational technology in her blog post from this week. She suggests that educational technology enhances learning by breaking down geographical barriers.
Who uses a quill and inkwell? No? You must have graduated to a calligraphy pen by now. How about that beautiful 1962 edition Underwood typewriter? Or you must be working off of your amazing Commodore 64 running MS-DOS with the standard US keyboard still, correct? Technology is always evolving. Technology is not going to give way to the past. Technology is necessary to the learning environment for all learners. Larry Cuban is quoted saying, "EdTech is any device available to teachers for use in instructing students in a more efficient and stimulating manner than the sole use of the teacher's voice." When students are taught how to utilize a tool appropriately, students can and will succeed. Like Jeremy discussed about finding ways to create a level playing field for students with learning disabilities, to Aaron's thoughts on increasing engagement, whether it be from a distance or from a necessity of a flexible schedule due to advanced learning. Students who excel in the arts or athletics and are taken out of the school. Or for those students who have social anxieties that cannot come into the physical building. We need to be utilizing technology to enhance the learning of all learners.